sort of a little bit of my background, how I got to this point. I was a criminal justice major in college, and I did my internship with the probation and parole department. So for a year, I rode around with the probation and parole officers, and we had a caseload of people we had to deal with. And guys, I can tell you right now, there are some sketchy dudes out there, to say the least. And also throughout the course of my life, I've had the opportunity to be close friends with a lot of people in the law enforcement community and the military community. So I've been around those type of people that deal with that, and I've had lots of conversations with about them. So I got a pretty good grasp of, the whole situation with this. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to explain a little bit to this about, give you guys some tips and advice on how to avoid it. Is I do think it's a good idea to, have some type of self-protection in the boat with you, some type of a weapon. And a lot of people are comfortable with that. A lot of people are not comfortable with that. It's just something, your own personal preference. But in my situation, I'm not necessarily concerned about my own safety personally, but I am concerned about the safety of people with me. If I have my family with me, or if I have people on the water lesson or whatever. So I definitely want to be prepared. And that's one of the things about packing. If you're in a bass boat, it's all about, just preparing for the worst, or expecting the best and preparing for the worst, that type of a thing. That being said, a couple different things I want to talk about here. There's a lot of different type of weapons that you can carry. I personally use a 9mm. I went to 9mm years ago with some of my Army Ranger buddies, suggesting that's the best self-defense, weapon to carry in a boat. So, but that's just up to you guys, whatever you feel comfortable with. But the main thing that I want to talk about in today's video is how to never put yourself in the position, or never get into the position where you'll ever have to use something like that. So much of staying out of trouble when you're dealing with potential bodily harm or life-threatening situations or whatever, I don't care if it's getting in a fight or whatever like that, is just being aware. You have got to be aware of your surroundings, and do not put yourself in a situation where you're going to potentially have, some type of danger come upon you. And a lot of people are not self-aware. Some people are more than others. But when you're talking about when you're bass fishing and you're going through the whole process of that, or anything else in life with that, just be aware of your surroundings. If you have a typical day on the water where you get up early in the morning, you got to go to the convenience store to get some stuff for the day, and stop here, there, and then you got to go to a boat ramp,